Hi everybody, my name is Andrea Rodríguez. I'm a student from CLIL Didactics for Arts and Crafts, and this is my presentation of the assessment tool that I've created with Genially. So I'm going to share the screen, and so this is the beginning of the presentation, which is escape room. Here you can find all my data. It's created by me, the subject, degree, in view, and the academical year. So let's go. This escape room about Joan Miró, the painter, sculptor, and also ceramist. I've decided this topic because it's one of the activities that were presented in our aula virtual. So what students would need to do is um, find all the numbers to complete to arrive to the prize. And to do so, they need to pass each of the challenges that they've got here. So the first thing is an introduction, and they will be able to visualize a video.
Examine the painting in
Let's
front of you.
watch
Try
it.
to guess what's going on. Sorry, unfortunately, you're probably wrong. This is from 1968 by Joan Miró and is entitled Flight of the Dragonfly in Front of the Sun. Joan Miró was a Spanish artist who lived from 1893 to 1983. He lived during very tumultuous times as he witnessed both world wars, the Spanish Civil War, and Franco's totalitarian regime. As a result, his work strove for a freedom of expression of the avant-garde. Hoping to cast off old traditions, Miró relentlessly pushed the limits of representation. The next two paintings are self-portraits that outline the development of Miró's style. The first one is from 1919 and features cubist square forms in his clothing. The next was done over 40 years later. Although highly abstract, Miró never completely left objectivity, instead depicting mutations of the optical world. His maturation culminated in the surrealist work that he is widely known for. The Farm, in 1922, is a synthesis of his cubist and surrealist tendencies. A depiction of his family's farm, the ground seems to push upward as the viewer looks into the work, squishing the foreground up against the surface in a cubist manner. Also cubist is the geometric outlining of the ground. In a surrealist manner, however, Miró channels the energy of the land and creates a mixture of fragmented buildings and animals. Harlequin's Carnival shows Miró's full embrace of surrealism. Surrealism was a French modernist movement that grew out of the improvisation and absurdity of Dada art. It originated in 1920s France and rejected the imposition of reason and order, which were believed to have caused World War I. Artists experimented with automatism, or the creation of art without conscious control. Random fragments of life came together in a fantasy world of dreams that were let loose. Also, the hunger Miró experienced during the poor beginnings of his career added to the possessed, often trance-like straits he entered to create art. Harlequin's Carnival of 1925 depicts a variety of simplified forms: a radish, mustaches, a guitar, a ladder with an ear and an eye, and even the Eiffel Tower. In addition, Miró painted amoeba-like blobs called biomorphism. These organic forms influenced Alexander Calder's moving sculptures called mobiles. Person throwing a stone at bird is an example of Miró playing with line, space, and color. Potato, done in 1928, depicts a female figure stretching her arms against a blue sky, believe it or not. The potato is actually on the woman's forehead. Miró depicts elfin creatures that flutter in the background, one of which has a female head and comes out of the woman's brown nose. The expressive planes of color influenced color field artists like Mark Rothko. Here is Miró's 1933 work entitled Painting. It's okay. Neither Miró nor you know what is being represented. Neither does Lisa Simpson. Traditional critics and skeptical present-day art history students attack Miró's work for its dreamlike quality. Why does art, however, have to be realistic? I enjoy it because of the dynamic feeling it induces in me, the emotion that it can create. It doesn't have to depict anything in particular to be art. Art is about feeling, not seeing. It is about the idea, not the execution. As always, it was my pleasure to explore art with you. I'm art historian Andrew Park, and I hope you get hooked on art history. Please drive home safely.
Okay, so the video is done. And this part, of course, could be visualized as a whole group. And in case children have something to comment or something that they didn't understand, it can be commented, meanings can be clarified or negotiated according to CLIL's approach. And that way, their learning is even more active. So once the video is visualized, we should go back and then get to the first step, which is the quiz. All right, and it says complete the following quiz and earn your first number, which is the point of the whole exercise, apart from learning and assess their learning, of course. So here we've got different questions. Where was Joan Miró born? In London, Madrid, and Barcelona. Of course, it's Barcelona, and it's correct. Here we have further explanation. You did beautifully. Joan Miró was born in Barcelona, the 20th of April, 1893. Let's see. What was Joan Miró's job? Here we have different artist jobs, and if they get it wrong, this is what happens. Let's see, let's click on he was a dancer, a singer, and a performer. Oops, try again. Let's go back, and now we're going to click on the correct one. He was a painter, sculptor, and ceramist. Great. As previously, we've got further explanation. Next, which art movement does Joan Miró belong to? It's Surrealism. Great. And here we have a bit of explanation. They contain surprising elements and ideas from dreams and fantasy. Which colors did he use? Again, if we click on the incorrect answer, we are told the same, but we're going to click on the right one. And here we've got the primary colors, green, blue, and red. Did Miró use symbols? Okay, we've got 3 more options, and the correct one is the one in the middle. Symbols like stars, birds, or circles, among others, of course. He had a lot of symbols. And here we have our first number, which is 0. Now we have to go back, and the next activity is called Find the Paintings. Of course, students will have visualized different paintings, and they are expected to recognize them according to their features. So let's start. Here, they will be like detectives. They have to drag the light, but suddenly all the paintings will appear. And of course, we've got not only Miró's painting, which is here, but also other artist ones, Van Gogh, for example, or Dali. But if they click on the wrong one, oops, incorrect painting. So they have to click on Miró's one, which appears 5 seconds later. And here it is. Okay, now second round, we have to do the same. And we have Van Gogh, Klimt, Picasso, but Miró's one is here. All right, and the third round, as it says here, it's this one. Okay, and our second number is number 9. Let's go back and face the third challenge, which is the correct symbols. As we said before, Miró used lots of symbols in his paintings, so children are expected to recognize them, not only visually, but also using language, because here, for example, says identify the star. They need to know what's a star in English and then click on it. Perfect. Then identify the garden. They have to decide if it's this one or this one, the same. More lines. Okay, here they need to think. They need to apply their thinking skills, because here there's only one line and here there's a lot. So that's the option. Identify the painting with the biggest circle. The same, they need to know which one is the biggest. Comparatives in English. Of course, it's this one, but let's click the incorrect one to see what happens. Wrong. Let's try again. And now they are able to try again and have another opportunity. Identify the singing fish. This is the name of the picture, of the painting, but it's also a symbol, which is an animal. And of course, it's this one. And the third number is 0. Let's go back and we can go to the price. We can remind them that the numbers have to be typed in order so that they get it right. Introduce your numbers, and here they have a clue. Miró died this age. And we have to write 090. And they've passed with flying colors. Now you're an expert on Joan Miró. And that's my genuinely presentation. I hope you liked it a lot, and I hope that you find it very useful. I've enjoyed a lot while doing it, and I think this is a very useful and appropriate tool because of its possibilities. It's very creative. It can be, it's very intuitive as well, because it's easy to manage. The instructions are a piece of cake. And well, I strongly recommend it to other teachers who want to create their own resources, their own assessment tools. I think that children would enjoy it so much. And well, I think that's all. Thank you very much for the attention.